Before we get into today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to Fort Pinta Saddlery for sponsoring us. This is super awesome endorsement from them. They're currently located in the Fort Pinta Mall, and they have a wide range of horse gear. They have things such as saddles, bridles, saddle pads, boots, and more. Most of the gear that you see in my videos is from them, so I just want to give a huge thank you for them for endorsing this video, and this video is brought to you by them. Alright, let's get straight into it. So hey everyone, it's Adelaide Winterstep and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be doing something that was so highly requested in another video that I had posted similar to the hunter idea, and this is a hunter show. So I'm going to be attending a hunter show with Margo today. So I'm just starting off by filling her food and water buckets, and it's really important that I do this so that she can chow down as I pack the trailer, because since this was kind of a smaller flat class show, I decided that I would just pack the trailer the morning of, and I typically have a show tack set already set for pop-up shows like this. So yes, this indeed was a last minute show. I was originally planning on taking Jade, but I realized last minute that Jade just wasn't ready, so I decided to just do Margo, because Margo is always ready to ride and show, and try her out and hunt her for the first time, and I was really excited for today, and I hope you guys are too. So I went ahead and put on her shipping gear, and we're actually heading over to Marley's, which may be down the road, but I just wanted to have all the stuff in the trailer so that we had kind of a home area to work on throughout the day, so that we could tack up and everything by the trailer. So that was super nice, so we could just went ahead and load it on, and we headed over to Marley's. So we made it to Marley's. It's a beautiful day, and I'm so excited to ride today because, well, this is kind of a first show for Margo, and Margo is a super skilled horse, but she hasn't dabbled in a lot of the simple things like Western and flat classes in English, so I definitely wanted to try her out in this and give her an opportunity to show herself in a whole new stream of riding disciplines. And so this was super duper exciting opportunity. I just go ahead and put a borrowed saddle on her. I don't really have a hunter saddle of my own, so I borrowed some of this gear that fit her. I also made sure to go ahead and take off my jacket and pop on some gloves and my helmet, because these are all required gear in the JorvikH Hunter Under Saddle Association. So we're starting off with our warm-up, and Margo has not been off of work for too long. She was off of work for about 2 weeks over Kensington, and I just brought her up in flat work in the past couple weeks that I've had her, and we're just doing some basic eventing things. Last week I did what they call a fuzzy show, and it's kind of early to do fuzzy shows, but fuzzy shows are sort of the idea of like a winter show, an off-season show, and I did that with her, and it was very small and tiny, but it was just a small cross-country course, a very basic dressage pattern, and a very low cross-rail course with her. But that brought her back up into the work of things. That was like almost like a small clinic for us. It was too easy for her by far. But I decided to bring her over to this hunter show to challenge her and me to see if we can stretch ourselves to new disciplines and try out new things. And so that's why this is such an easy show. I would typically do a more difficult 3-day eventing event, but since she's never done this before, I just wanted to do something super basic and simple. She is not bred or trained for hunter under saddle or hunter over fences, and that's why I'm showing in all of the easy classes. This mare has never done this kind of stuff before, but it's all good. We're gonna go ahead and do her in it anyways. So as I wait for my next class, I wanted to talk to you guys about Violet and her update. A lot of you were saying that you would love to see Violet as a brood mare, and I did too, because Violet's breeding is absolutely excellent, and I wanted to see if I could have a foal to continue her legacy. Obviously though, having a foal is a lot of money and there's a lot of risks involved, so I brought over a vet to check to see if she would be suitable for having a foal. She's good for having a foal. She's healthy and fertile and everything, but I've decided that I just don't want to breed her. Having a foal is a huge commitment, and I'm not sure if I have the time and accessibility to do it right now. So instead of buying a foal and training it from the start, I think I'm going to purchase a horse that's already 3 to 4 years old and train it from the start, instead of having a foal that would take multiple years for him to grow. So I definitely think that would be more practical. So expect a horse shopping video very soon as I look for my next horse and my next eventing prospect that I want to turn into a big shower. You might be wondering, what about Margo? Isn't Margo your huge eventing horse? And she is, don't get me wrong, But I purchased Margo with the original thought of me owning her for a couple of years and selling her off to an even higher place to where she could show to her best. As a rider and trainer, my goal is not to be the best of the best, it's to train these horses to be the best and sell them to other riders so that they have the opportunities that I have gotten. So that's kind of my goal here, and that's why I trade and sell so many horses. So our first class that we had to go into was our walk, trot, canter, hunter, under saddle. I had originally signed up for an equitation class, but I realized that this weekend I just wanted to take it very relaxed and just do a couple of classes to get Margo trying out this new hunter idea to see if she would be successful in it. Now, obviously, it's obvious that Margo is not bred for under saddle. She's not elegantly built, if I'm being honest. She's not made to have this elegant long stride. She's made to work in the eventing ring. She's made to get things done and get them done masterfully and with strength. And so her build is focused more on the strength aspect of her riding rather than the beauty and elegance. And as an eventer, she needs to be all-rounded and versatile, so of course she's able to get dressage scores that are high, but because she's able to perform moves with balance and, I could say, suppleness or so, and not because she's built to be a dressage horse, it's because she's built to be eventing and versatile and strong and firm. And so that's kind of the idea with her. So she's nothing amazing and fabulous compared to all these hunter under saddle horses that were in this class, but she still did a fantastic job nevertheless, and she really proved to me that she was able to do many different aspects of riding. So our walk, trot, canter was fabulous. There were a couple times where she was just a little nervous and she didn't get a transition as good as I would have liked it, but this is her just getting back into work, and that's why I think it was important to bring her back into work through this. We of course did the reverse and then a walk, trot, canter again. And she was just in general very excellent, and she tried her best, and she had lovely strides, and I was just very happy. The competition in the class was very high. These were very skilled horses bred for this. These riders knew what they were doing. Meanwhile, I hadn't ridden hunter under saddle in at least 5 to 6 years, so it's definitely been a while for me. But I think that Margo did a fantastic job adjusting to it, and I was really glad that I was able to enter her in these classes. I think overall that we did pretty good, and I was just really happy with how she was acting in the ring. A great thing to remember is that if your horse is capable of doing advanced classes, put them in there. Don't put them in the easiest thing ever. I put her in the highest that I could find at the show just because, first off, there were little kids in the other one and I wanted them to have a shot at winning, and second off, she's capable of doing these bigger classes like this. So I had no doubt in my mind that she would be able to do okay in a higher up class like this because she's been bred and trained for, some time. So she's very, very skilled despite not specializing in a certain topic like this. So in the end, I was super happy with how we placed. We placed second in hunter under saddle, and that was so excellent for her being in a class of fully trained and bred for hunter horses. And in our over fences class, we got fourth, which I was still so impressed with, and I was just so proud of her after all this, because I knew that she had to contain herself going into a jumping ring like that and having to act pretty instead of going fast. Before you leave this video, please know that I have switched servers, so I'm no longer on Pumpkin Meadow. I will not be telling you guys the current server I'm on, but it works better because there's less lag since Pumpkin Meadow has gone from a quiet little village to an enormous, almost city-like attitude with so many people on it, and now it's just too laggy for my computer to handle. So I've switched, and the team, part of the team at least, has as well. And yes, there's coming news on that, hopefully. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to know more about realistic roleplay, check out the rest of my videos as well, and don't be afraid to check out all the links down below for more info about realistic roleplay and Star Stable in general. I hope you enjoyed, and see you all next time. Bye!